Un tālāk vārds tiek dots vēstures doktoram EDVINAS UBIS no Lietuvas jūras muzeja. Viņš ir vēstures zinātņu doktors, Lietuvas jūras muzeja Klaipēdā navigācijas vēstures un kolekciju menedžmenta nodaļas vadītājs, un EDVINAS UBIS interešu centrā ir jūrniecības vēsture, arheoloģija, vēsturiskā antropoloģija un kultūras antropoloģija. All is right. Un ziņojuma tēma latviešu valodā skan tā: kā saglabāt jaunāko jūrniecības mantojumu muzeja kuģa M52 Suduvis piemērs. Floor is yours.
Good afternoon for everyone, and today I will talk perhaps about one project of Lithuanian Sea Museum, and our museum is combined from several spheres, and one of the spheres is navigation history, which I represent here. And our spheres are like zoological part of a museum, and we have like dolphinarium, aquarium, and even rehabilitation center for sea animals, like for seals and seabirds. What the museum is trying to do now is to strengthen a historical part of a museum, and I today will talk about this one of our projects which helps us to tell Lithuanian Navy history and the most modern Lithuanian Navy history, and really today I will try to answer the question about how to preserve the most recent maritime heritage, and we'll talk about the ship museum M52 Suduvis, and the preservation project main tasks were to represent Lithuanian modern history, as I mentioned already, and the mission of Lithuanian Navy nowadays, and to create a modern and continuously improved and supplemented exhibition, and to create educational programs and services for visitors, to bring together a group of patrons which would help us to solve some problem specific, or just to gather some additional money to keep this ship alive and to keep this ship in good condition. We have to mention that when we started with this project, we decided that the ship must be in the water, and this decision complicated a bit our task, but on the other hand, it helps for our visitors to feel the real conditions on the ship, and I think this decision was a good one, and because when I was preparing the presentation, yesterday I read Google reviews of visitors, and many visitors are saying that this exhibition is very good because you can feel the real atmosphere of a ship, and all those small things like instability in the ship, like the smell original of a ship, creates these unique things which for our visitors are very important. So how we were traveling to this stage where we are now, let's see short to the history of a ship. History is simple quite. The ship was built during the 1956, 1958 years. Burmester shipyard in Bremen. It means that it was built in Western Germany. So from the beginning, this ship was the part of NATO exercises and the part of naval forces of NATO. So the ship by itself tells us a bit of history of NATO too, not only for Lithuanian Navy, but the German Navy. She was the Linda class minesweeper, and the original name was Koblenz, by German city name it was named. So it was renewed during 1978, 1979, and in that renovation, the ship was a bit changed, and it was done like Mine Hunter. Some robots was added to the ship, and that meant some additional stuff, but still the ship consisted of the original form and original parts of which was built during the beginning of modernization. She served for more than 40 years in German Navy, and Germany donated this ship to Lithuania as a country seeking to become a NATO family member, and it happened in 1999. And Sūduva started serving in Lithuanian Navy from June 22nd of this year. So it took like 22 years in Lithuanian Navy, and so the ship and its crew participated in many NATO exercises, exercises with Latvian naval forces, Estonian naval forces, and many crew members are still working and serving in the Lithuanian Navy, and we have a lot of friends in Navy who are helping us and still are coming to the ship, and they really matter about this ship, and I think it's one of the most important things about this project. And how we started? The first thing had to be decision, and when I started to work in the museum, it was 2020's director came to us and said, okay, EDVINAS, you will have to do this work and to create this a new department of the museum. And at that moment, I haven't understood fully what will have to be done, but I said, okay, let's do it. And with the team of the museum, we started from the first steps, and before the repair, reconstruction, and all exhibition parts we had the main problem. We had to get answer from the city municipality. Do we need a ship in the center of a city? And these discussions was not the easy ones. It took, I guess, more than a year of discussions, arguments, and so on, until we got a place in the city center, in the embankments of the river Danke, and we had really different opinions. Some politicians said that we don't need this ship, it's just a military power symbol, and it's not a place in the city. This ship has not to be in the this part of the city. Others suggested other places too, but suggested places such as in harbor, but in the harbor of Klaipėda city we had problem because of safety, because we don't have the full crew of a ship and don't have such money to carry on full 20 personnel on the ship every day. So we wanted to be in the river where the ship is safe and can be managed with less personnel. So at last we got the right answer. We had an agreement and we got a place for 5 years. And we started the real job. We started the dry dock repair, during which all ship was repainted, covered, and damaged places were repaired. And the problem was with some parts of the ship, so we had to, how to say it, to seal all openings of a ship to prevent contamination of water, because the ship was the old one. He has the determination possibilities, but we decided to do it. And what we had to do, so this dismantle some parts of a ship, because it was the depth of a ship was too big, and we had dismantled some parts which led us to bring the ship to the river, because the depth of the river was not enough at first. The second task was to repair and adapt the river embankments, and we had to adapt electricity to get to a place, water supply and sewage systems, and dismantle some infrastructure which were on this side. Some small task was to bring the ship after the repair, to bring to a place. So it took us, we had to organize the operation to be precise how to do it, because the ship was towed, and as you see, the river is not so wide, and the process has to be managed precisely, not to damage other ships, and the bridge had to be lifted, and other arrangements had to be done. But we were successful, and this event gathered quite a big amount of viewers. I think maybe about 2,000 people came to see this moment. But when we got on the place, that was not finished. We still had to finish exhibition. It's still to connect the ship to the electricity, water supplies, sewage systems, and so on. And we have to do short description, directions for visitors. And what we have done, we decided to do it in simple way to preserve as original ship as possible, but we had to do some incursions to some changes in interior design and in some cabins. So you can look to the ship here from video, and you can see we have here some small plates, blue ones, but no many things changed. And really the concept was to preserve the ship as original as it was. With all parts from German Navy, from Lithuanian Navy. It doesn't matter which time it came to us. And as you see, I haven't mentioned one thing. very important thing that the ship is the wooden one. It's not metallic one, and all metal parts are from non-magnetic metal, which helps in the process of destruction of mines and identification of mines. So we had one more thing to do. It was the activation of guns, because the ship has original guns, and we have issues with police and other stuff, registration of guns and so on. So we had to learn many things of legislational things and so on. So to create exhibition, we decided to create some spaces dedicated for visitors. So we added some leisure infrastructure on the upper desk, and one cabin was dismantled, and the small exhibition with retrospective photos which represent some main functions of a ship, like demining the sea, like saving operations, like exercises and other. On those photos, the visitor can just see or imagine how the ship was operated by Lithuanian Navy. What we done additionally, that was the opening event, and the opening event was during the Sea Day in Klaipėda, and the Sea Day is a very popular event in the city, which gathers about 500,000 of visitors. So at that moment we got visitors like 1,000 visitors per day, so it was quite challenging to accompany them on the desk. And this opening event gathered and officials like chief of our army and commander of Lithuanian Navy, and even commander of Portugal Navy, because he was visiting Lithuania on that time. And but it was really joyful event, and it really helped us to represent and to show this ship like that it is not important only for us, but that it is important for the city as it. And what we did more, we did added some interactional interactive elements like gaming, video, and we added the new additional services like escape room, which visitors can just order and use with some friend groups or other. We created specialized souvenirs, which helps to get at least some money additional. What else?
Viskas buvo įdomu.
You can hear here original crew member's voice, which helped us to create interactional excursion, which is named by Sea Saga, and by this matters because we are collecting by this way the original rememberings of former crew members, and we just like from original former crew members, the visitors can hear what functions one cabin or other cabin did, or what ship experienced during the service time. And the final, let's say, slide today is let's try to answer to the first question, how to preserve a museum ship. I think that to preserve the museum ship is quite difficult task, and at first we have to every day make it interesting for target audiences. and if we will success on this task, we will manage to succeed in our tasks too. And I think we are quite successful on this task because we still have interest of Lithuanian Navy, we have interest of our city, we have interest of our visitors, and we still are collecting like 30,000 of visitors per year, which is quite good on this case. What we have to do is to make this object interesting, and we are a bit failing on this task, but we are still trying to collect people who will participate in this ship, do their things, or other stuff which are interesting for us and for them. And everyday insurance maintenance is really important, and our workers are doing small repair works every day, and when the weather is letting to do it, and these all steps makes this project really successful. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your report. Could you tell a little bit about the attitude of local people to the museum? Because you said that there were a lot of the discussions before the opening of such kind of the museum.
We had even a petition against it, yes, and we had some politicians from national politicians who said that this ship has not to be here. So we had some offense to this project, but I told you, when we brought the ship, towed the ship to the embankments of the river, we really saw many people who was applauding and happy about this event. So I think that that part of community which was against it was very small but very active. And after the opening, all petitions, almost all, just tellings, and even some politicians came to us and said that they did wrong things, and that they were wrong on the situation, and that now they are happy about this project.
Vai lūdzu vēl kāds jautājums?
I just wanted to ask about the educational programs for kids that you have in your museum. My name is Tatiana. I'm from Navigontas Maritime College.
Thank you for the question. I haven't mentioned many about educational system on our this department, but we have educational for different kind of groups of age, for kids and for school children, especially. So we are inviting them in various ways. I don't remember how many educational sessions we have during the year now, but it's quite active, and we are really inviting, actively inviting them, and they are coming, and we have like maritime school, type of maritime school in Klaipėda, and they are coming quite often to this ship, and we have like college of navigation, and they are coming too during the studies. So we have different ways of attracting them, and I think we have like, about 60 or 100 per year educational sessions. So it's quite active, and we have a personnel who are working on this matter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.